From the islands and swamps to the mountains and valleys, fishing, hiking, and everything in between, Inspiring Wilderness Adventures is a channel dedicated to inspiring wilderness adventures. Every season in Yellowstone is distinct and special, each in their own way amplifying the inherent otherworldliness of the place. The extra sunlight and increasing temperatures cause the snow to melt at the fastest rate possible, and that's where the water comes from. The water flowing through the hundreds of the park's streams and creeks, tributaries to the major river system, is approaching its highest level towards the end of May, when temperatures and daylight hours increase in parallel. The wildlife at Yellowstone is almost always teeming. But spring, as we know, makes them sprung. Elk and bison are in herds ranging in size from moderate to massive as their young enter the most pivotal summer for their growth. Ah yes, the world-famous grizzly bear. This sow mother emerged with her cubs only to be greeted by an alpha male bison who made it very clear that this was his territory. He stomped down hard with his two front hooves, and the mother grizzly and her cubs took off. It was a Nat Geo in real life moment that I will never forget.
This guy is fearless. He doesn't care about you or me.
Yellowstone is the largest active geothermal system on Earth. It sits on more than 10,000 hot springs, geysers, mud pots, and steam vents, all powered by a massive magma chamber just a few miles beneath the surface. If you take a picture here and send it to somebody, you might just be able to convince them that you took a trip to Mars. Norris Geyser Basin is the hottest, most acidic, and most unstable hydrothermal area in Yellowstone, and arguably one of the most impressively otherworldly. Here, steam vents erupt without warning. Norris changes faster than any basin in the park, as new geysers appear and old ones die out, while the ground literally shifts beneath your feet. It might trip you out to think that this giant national park, with the infrastructure of Disney World, truly is sitting on a giant stratovolcano. The Grand Prismatic Spring is the largest hot spring in the US and the third largest in the world. Its rainbow colors come from bacteria which thrive in this heat. They are called thermophiles. Each of the colorful rings that you see marks a different temperature zone. Old Faithful is not the biggest geyser in Yellowstone, just its most famous, and deservedly so for its predictability. Its eruption time is on a schedule, plus or minus just 10 minutes. We were previously unaware of, as so many people likely are as well, that Yellowstone National Park has its own Grand Canyon, and boy oh boy, is it a sight to behold. Yellowstone's Grand Canyon exposes 2 billion years of Earth's history, layer by layer, from ancient ocean floors to volcanic ash to fossilized desert dunes. As we were blessed to be living just 45 minutes outside of the park's northeast entrance, we ended up visiting at least 20 times over the next 6 months. I had this preconceived notion of the park being just another Disney World full of tourists. Part of that was correct, as peak summer months can bring with it some annoying people and behaviors, but that does not diminish or take away from the absolute magic that is Yellowstone National Park, especially if you take just a few steps off the beaten path.
Look at this perfectly symmetrical, natural world. It's incredible.
You don't always read these signs, but this one, I'm glad I read it. I'm always glad I read them when you do. So that vertical fence that we were talking about was caused by a volcanic eruption 1.3 to 1.5 million years ago and rapid cooling of the lava after the big Grand Yellowstone eruption 50 million years ago. Incredible.
Yellowstone, one of the biggest ravens you've ever seen. They're like 2 teenage bucks. Look at this guy's antlers, barely has them. This guy, maybe his big brother, got bigger antlers.
Yellowstone has both black and grizzly bears. This other mama bear and her cubs gave us another unforgettable moment as we exited our first adventure in Yellowstone National Park. Stay tuned for many more videos about all of our adventures, including much more Yellowstone content.